Hello friends, welcome you all. In the previous lecture, we were discussing about the agricultural export volume, composition and direction. In this lecture, in the part second, we are going to discuss the composition of the agricultural exports and the comparison with the graphs and datas we are going to do with other countries. In the previous lecture, we were discussing about the agricultural industry and its exports and the current data we have analyzed about the agricultural exports, and we have done some comparison with other world. Then we have seen the export highlights. What are the exports data in 2020? The state of the export from the agricultural sector. Then we have also studied or explained that the recent development, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry introduced Agricultural Export Policy 2018 with an aim to double the farmers' income by 2020, 22. So by doubling agricultural export from the country and integrated Indian farmers and agricultural product to the global value chain. So this is the initiative and policy initiated by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Then we have also seen that the role of APEDA is playing a significant role in tapping India's agricultural strength and working towards expanding the export potential of Indian agriculture. Uh, in the previous lecture, we have also seen that the current state of agricultural exports compared to the world, and we were analyzing this graph, that is the India ranks second among the total agricultural production and its export. So in the last, we have given the highlights in this graph, that is in which sector, in which productions Indian agricultural have a dominant role or have the leadership. That is Indian agriculture is the global leader in the production of mangoes, then papayas, bananas, then largest population of buffaloes, then largest producer of pulses, largest producer of cotton, etc. Till the last lecture, we have discussed these points. Today, I am going to discuss the uh, fluctuations in agricultural exports. So if we see the graph given in this particular slide, the largely export growth driven by the rice, buffalo and the cotton. If we see the key insights, then we can see that the export dropped by 10% in 2019 compared to 2013. So this is the 10% the slowdown in the export, that is annual compound annual growth rate, due to a drop in global process and back to back drought in the 2014, 15 and 16. Recent growth rates show a faster rise in the agri-food production than in domestic demand and accelerated growth of surplus export volume. So this is the graph in 2019. Only 12.5 production was there, export was there. Then in the 2010, 22.1, and the highest in the 2013. And it is the value in the US dollar. Then if we see the fluctuating situation, we can see, but it is in the 2017, 18, 19, slightly increasing trend we can see. So this is the fluctuation in the agricultural export. So at India ranks 13 in the world in agricultural export, behind countries such as Germany, France, Spain, Italy and Belgium. The top 15 countries in terms of agricultural export can be seen in the exhibit of this graph. Then one key cause of the discrepancy between the rank in production and export is the large domestic demand of a population of 1.34 billion people. According to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, recent growth rate shows that production is growing faster than domestic agricultural demand, which would ordinarily yield greater surplus for exports. So recent growth rate shows the production growing faster, and domestic demand is lower compared to growth rate in production, and it have given the surplus for the export. At the same time, global population is growing with an expected dollar at the same time global population is growing with an expected rate that is 2 billion additional people by 2015. Mistakenly here dollar written, which will increase food demand, pointing to an opportunity to expand both commodity and value added exports. So the with the growth of the population, the food demand is also growing. What are the barriers to Indian agricultural exports? There are five critical challenges contribute to India's relatively low rank among global agricultural exports. First thing is low productivity and high logistics cost. So this is the one important. The storage cost is higher in India to Indian agricultural export, and low productivity is very low in India compared to other western countries, developed countries. Limited value addition into the raw material is very limited. Finished products, if we are going to analyze the processed foods, the processed food share of Indian agricultural export is very low compared to the raw material. We are going to analyze the graph in next few slides. Export promotion and branding challenges are there. Then non-tariff barriers are there. Quality issues remain the one of the critical challenge to Indian agricultural export. So these are the barriers to Indian agricultural export. Here the graph shows that lower volume of Indian agri sector than world. So agricultural volume in agricultural export volume is very lower compared to other countries. Here in the first column we have taken the category. Then in the second column, total value of world imports in the US dollar in the billion. In the third column, total value of Indian export US dollar in the billion. Indian share of market in the percentage given, India's ranking given, and world leaders given, and world leader share of market. So these parameters we have taken for the comparison. So India lags behind in terms of exporting value added and processed foods. However, a high rank in processed fishery and seafood suggests significant potential to become a global leader in other processed categories. So take the first categories, that is processed fruits and vegetables. The total value of world imports is 52.4, and India's share is only 0.9%. And India ranks 18th, and China is the leader with the 15.6% market share. India have the less than 1% share. Then take the second category, that is processed fishery and seafood, 97.2 US dollar billion US dollars. Out of that, total value of Indian export is 1.7 US billion dollar, and the India's share is 4.4. Take the second category, that is processed fishery and seafood, 97.2 US billion dollar. Out of that, total value of Indian exporter is 4.4 US billion dollar, and India's share is 4.6%. So if we see the processed fishery and seafood, the share of Indian share of market is higher, that is 4.6%, compared to other categories of production. So India ranks 6. China is the world leader in processed fishery and seafood, 14.6% world. It's China have the share of market. Take the third category, meat, 101.8 US billion dollars total value world imports. Total value of Indian exporter US billion dollar 1.7. If we take the Indian share of market, it is 1.6%. India ranks 10th rank, and US is the global leader with the 12% of market share. Then dairy product, 77.9 billion US dollar. Out of that, only 0.2 Indian export is there, 0.2 US dollar billion. Indian market share is only 0.3, and India ranks 35 in the dairy product, and New Zealand is the world leader, and with the market share 14.3%. Poultry, in the poultry 24.7% total importer value in the world. Total value of Indian exporter is not available, but the market Indian share of market is given, that is 0.2, and India ranks 61. Brazil is the world leader for exporter with the market share 22.2%. So compared to these categories, India have the advantage, or India have the better position in the processed fishery and seafoods. That is, India have the 4.6%, around the 5% market share in the processed fishery and seafoods. Next is the lower volume of Indian agri sector than world. Although India lags other large exporters in terms of processed foods, it has recently been able to significantly enhance its export. India's growth in exporting processed food can be seen in the next diagram. To further drive exports, India could benefit from innovating in productivity, mechanization, fertilization, and other inputs, processing and value addition technology and infrastructure. So with the help of these, Indian agricultural productivity can be increased for exporting products. Agricultural system revolving around value addition have helped even countries without significant production to greatly raise the export. Then in India, value addition could be even more transformative, considering India has a large natural agricultural endowments. So value addition can be increased and can be more transformative, because India have the large agricultural and natural endowments. So the prospect is bright if we increase the value addition to the products. But the compared to world, Indian agricultural export have the lower volume. If we consider the India's processed exports, so it is steadily improving, but it still has a higher global share of raw commodities than processed goods. So per annum, Indian exporting sector increasing about 6.54% per annum, but the processed foods market share is very less. Here in the first diagram, we can see the processed food exports increasing. um, Take the first category of meat. In the case of meat, we export, or Indian agricultural sector export unprocessed meat, that is 10.5%, and processed only 0.1. Seafood, we export 17.7 percent processed market share, and unprocessed is 17.7%, and processed market share is only 1.2%. In case of dairy and poultry, 0.6 unprocessed market share, processed market share is 2.2%. Here the processed, in case of dairy and poultry, the processed market share is more than unprocessed market share. In case of vegetable, we have 3.7 unprocessed market share, and only processed market share is 0.8%. In case of fruit, 4.6% unprocessed and 0.9% processed market share. Fruits 4.6%, 0.9%. Tea and coffee 9.1% unprocessed, and processed market share is 2.2. So this is the picture we can see. And see, in case of cereals, 23.1 unprocessed market share, very large, and only 1.5% market share is processed. So Indian agricultural export have the dominancy of unprocessed market share. Unprocessed or raw production we are exporting more compared to the process. So here we can find that the prospect of Indian agricultural sector is bright, because we can increase the processed or value addition share in the Indian agriculture without increasing any production. So we can add the value to the Indian export, or to the raw material. For example, if we take the example of the fruit, then 4.6% is the unprocessed market share, and only 0.9% is processed market share. So here fruits can be processed, and the value addition can be done. In the dairy and poultry, in case of dairy and poultry, we have the advantage in the processed market shares. So here the other like seafood, meat, and the cereals can be we can increase the processed market share about these categories, that is meat, seafood, then fruits, tea, coffee, spices, and cereals. So these categories have large unprocessed market share. So this data is taken from the Ministry of Food and Processing Industries. Success in Indian agricultural export. India has, however, seen success in exporting a set of value chain, including rice $7 billion, and shrimp $5 billion, which comprises a third of India's total agri export. 14. India has a competitive advantage in these products, and they were specified value chains of opportunity by Agricultural and Processed Food Export Development Authority, that is APEDA, and the 2018 Agri Export Policy. So India has a competitive advantage in these products. India is a significant exporter across a variety of commodities and agricultural products, exporting 40 commodities and agricultural products, each at over US dollar 100 million of value in 2018, and at over US dollar 1 billion. So a view of India's top agricultural export in 2018. So this graph shows that the composition of Indian agricultural sector. So rice have the highest percentage in the export, that is it brings, this is the data of 2018, 7.3% rice we are exporting, 7.3 billion US dollars rice we are exporting, very higher. Then shrimps and frozens, then meat of bovine animals and frozen, then cotton and raw. So vegetable saps and extracts. So till the vegetable saps and extract, only 6 categories of commodities, 6 commodities have the more than 1 billion US dollars value. The sugar and fixed vegetable fats and oils, cakes, soybeans, seeds of anise, badian, fennel, coriander, cumin, caraway or juniper, all these things have the less than 1 billion US dollar value in 2018. So the lowest value or the export is the fish meal. So this is the composition you can analyze about the Indian agricultural export. Total export of Indian agriculture, rice and the cereals are dominating. Then we can also analyze that geographic breakup of India's export market. Today, India exports 70% of its commodities and agricultural product to nearby geographies, including the Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific. Only exporting 30% to Europe and the Americas. Exhibit 8 below provides a geographical breakup of India's export market. So the graph have not taken here, but 70% of commodities we are exporting nearby geographies, including Middle East, Africa and Asia Pacific, and only 30% to the Europe and Americas, where many developed countries are there, and value can be get the better value can be get for Indian agricultural exports. But we are exporting only larger share of Indian agricultural export to the nearby geographies, that is Middle East, Africa, Asia and Asia Pacific. So friend, that much in this today's lecture. If you have any question, queries, then write to me. Write your name and roll number in the comment box. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.